Hi, it's Peculus here. Yes, dear. Anyway, so I can't tell you how often when I go places and people will ask me, "What is it you do for a living?" and I'll tell them, we teach people how to ride and things like that. And I can't tell you how often people will say to me, "Gosh, that's something I've always wished I'd done, and boy, I just love to try that someday." And so we always ask them, well, why don't you try it? And usually there's three things. They all come down to some kind of fear, but generally speaking, there's three things. They say that they fear that they're too old. That we get that one a lot, or they fear that they're not fit enough, or there's that kind of the big overarching fear that maybe they could get hurt. And so for us, like, we'll always explain to people that you're never too old to start riding. I don't think. Like, you may find that you have to start at a slower rate, that you may not get up to, okay, maybe not be jumping or 3-day eventing or going really, really fast, but you can still enjoy horses, right? And some people have even decided that they love just working with horses on the ground, that they don't even need to actually ride them to enjoy them. And that's another possibility for people too. All you need really when you're riding is a system and a little bit of knowledge so that you understand, how to keep yourself safe. They are big animals, except for my little friend here. They're big animals that potentially could hurt us if we don't understand them and they don't understand us, and that we kind of don't know how to keep ourselves safe. But generally speaking, I kid people, if you look at the actuary tables for people just working with riding school horses, like, doing sort of quiet, non-competitive kind of riding, it's kind of right down there in the actuary tables, like bowling, really. It's not that dangerous, And so that's one of the reasons that we kind of talk people into giving it a shot. But one of the things I find, and this is kind of weird, but I find that people who kind of take the plunge and do something like that, even if it's something they're afraid of, that sometimes the transformation takes place right there, because they kind of stepped outside their comfort zone and they did something that they didn't think they were capable of doing. And in the doing is where they find out they were capable, and that just gives everybody like a really big boost. I've seen it happen so many times. And as I say, I give a lot of credit to the horses because horses are awesome, but I sometimes think it's just that initial decision that at least starts the ball rolling in terms of transformation, where people really start to think, wow, maybe this is something I could do, Anyway, it's just a thought. That's it for this week. And I should have introduced you at the beginning of the video. This is Pebbles behind me. He fancies himself to be the senior consultant at Harrogate, and he's 35 this year. So he's dying to meet people. So anyway, if you're watching this anywhere besides at our blog, go on over there, scroll down, leave a message. Let me know if there's anything you've ever done in your life that was kind of had a sort of a transformational feel to it, because you did something that was outside of your comfort zone. Let me know what it was. We'll talk to you next week, and remember to thank your horse.